Hi, Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon. Welcome to your reading for 18 by Amma. Together, we are going to take a look at how the year ahead looks for you. This recording will be for Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon. It is very important that you understand that if your sun sign doesn't resonate with you, then please listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign, because sometimes your messages could show up and make better sense to you through your rising sign or through your moon sign. This will be a general reading. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, please email me at ammalightworker@gmail.com. You also visit the website ammalightworker.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I am uploading a whole new video for your sign. In that new video, I am going to get predictions, messages, and insights and guidance for each and every month for 2018. So there's going to be particular messages for each and every month for February, and so on and so forth. The link for that, for those of you who are interested for download and purchase, is right down here in the show more description box. Just click in the link right down here. If you are new to the channel, welcome to you. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome again. And to all of you guys, remember that when you subscribe, please remember to turn on the notification button. The notification button would be the little bell icon right here next to the subscribe. When you turn the bell icon on, it means that every time that I upload special videos and every time that I do live streaming, you are going to be notified about that. And remember that each and every month I also do live streaming, and I will be doing live streamings again in January because we're going to have some important planetary movements happening. For this reading today, I am going to use 3 cards from the traditional tarot deck and 1 more card from the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. I'm going to use 1 card to see how every 4 months are going to look. So the first card represents the second card represents July, and the last card represents November. And the John Holland card, the additional cards, will just give me, let me see what messages again. I'm going to pull 1 additional card to see any more information that will show up about your sign. Now, allow me to break this down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up for this reading for you is the Queen of Swords. It represents very March and 18. The meaning of the card is, if this card represents a person, this could be you, Gemini, because it does represent a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. Usually it represents someone who is a lawyer, an attorney, someone who is involved or works for the law or the law enforcement agencies, a coach, a therapist. Generally, it represents someone who is very firm, very creative. They do have a lot of knowledge, and they could offer to you advice from their life, from their experience and knowledge. They could be also offering to you practical help. So in some ways, they could be helping you to make some choices and decisions. Now, allow me to tune in so I can hear psychically as to what the guides are telling me, why this card showed up in this reading. For many of you, this entire year 18 is going to look like this deep reflection in your year. Deep reflection about how your life was, a deep reflection about where your life is right now, and reflection and plans about your future. For some of you, you'll be involved into maybe seeking out counsel from a psychoanalyst, a psychologist. the meaning of your dreams, spiritual counsel, healing. This is going to be about, especially through very material, this is going to be about healing of your mind, your thoughts, healing of your soul, healing of any wounds, any hurts, anything that maybe subconsciously you were necessarily paying attention to it. It is about the forces that are behind the scenes coming up front, coming forward and taking center stage. So anything that maybe you still need to realize, you need to understand, you need to come up with a solution, all of that will be coming up at the forefront. So a lot of your focus is going to be about making important choices. For some of you, I keep getting making important decisions when it comes to you either joining forces with a person, a group of people, an organization, or kind of revising your communication and your relationship with this particular person. You be in a love relationship with them. You could have a friendship association with them, a professional association with them, a networking association with them. And I keep getting that a lot of the things that you will be creating throughout this time, they are going to really help you to kind of transform yourself inside out. And you are about, not quite just yet, but you are about to transform the very core of your life, because you are going to transform the very core of your belief system. Throughout this time, some of you Geminis are going to have some important awakening. You have a very deep, insightful awakening into a situation. It could be about life, disease, and maybe you realizing and understanding that. It could be about legal matters, and you having to sort out one by one legal matters, or one by one sorting out little things that are going to propel you and help you to kind of go to the next stage of your life. You have some issues of negligence. You could be neglecting certain area of your life. You could be neglected by fate, by God, by whatever your understanding of the universe is. You could be neglected by a person. You have to deal with issues of procrastination, issues of fear about doing and launching new stuff. And it's going to feel like every little situation in your life is going to try to get you out of your comfort zone. For some of you, a major focus will be in making choices and important decisions about your money, your income, and your financial situation. It does feel that some of you Geminis, you already have some ideas and things that you want to put in order so you can start to generate a better income. This could be about you partnering up with someone else in a business sense or in a business venture. It could be about you cutting off some of your expenses that you don't necessarily need. And it's going to also be about you kind of trying to overcome certain issues, certain fears that you have with money or around money. Your emotional abundance is going to be very important. There's going to be this kind of little window opening up, and you are going to feel that you're going to be more sure, you're going to be more easily sharing your emotions, your thoughts with others. You're going to find it a little bit more easier to open up to other people. And it doesn't matter in what platform you open up to other people. You could be involved in media, in vlogging, blogging, newsletters. You could be doing YouTube videos. This could be about you opening up your heart to a particular person. So it doesn't matter in what platform you are going to be doing that. It does feel that these walls of protection around your heart, are really going to start to not be so strong. So therefore, you're going to allow yourself to go a little bit outside of your comfort zone, to be a little bit more open, even open to receive new love. I keep getting that maybe for some of you, it seems to be highlighted as you have to deal with some criticism. Some people try to really criticize you. Other people really try to give you some constructive criticism. Other people are going to praise you and applaud you. So it's going to be some sort of mixed reviews, or how people react to you is going to be a little bit mixed. And you have to deal with a situation that is going to leave you very puzzled. At that moment, it feels that whatever the situation is that is going to leave you very puzzled, is going to feel like the end of the world for some of you. But I don't feel that it's going to have such a huge impact. I don't feel that it's going to affect your life long term in a negative way. I also, this is what I keep hearing for you. What you need to remember throughout your children is everything needs a little salt, or every dish needs a little salt, but also the salt needs to be in moderation. Now, for some of you, this could really be about your food and your diet, but it could also be what it represents, the spiritual meaning of it as a figure of speech. So everything that you are doing need to be in moderation. Take everything with a grain of salt, and also remember the moderation. I keep getting that a lot of your goals and wishes are going to start to become reality if you take everything with a pinch of salt, so to speak, as a figure of speech. But at the same time, you cannot you cannot stay in the same situation anymore. For some of you, you either going to feel challenged, or this could be an opportunity about you changing your job. Maybe you need to work up and build up some courage to apply for a higher job position, but your career will be expanding. For those of you who don't work, are you getting that your family life will be expanding, and a lot of focus will be in your living situation, your living arrangement? For some of you, if you are already separated or divorced, but for whatever reason you still live in the same house, I do feel that you are going to have the financial means to move out and to be strong, or to be more independent. So for some of you, you are going to start to pursue your own independence, whatever independence means to you, whether it is financial independence, mental independence from someone, and listening to your own thoughts and listening to your own uniqueness, following your heart. It could be about emotional independence from a past relationship, a past lover, a situation. You may, during this time, you hire somebody to consult, or you hire somebody for their services. You hire people to repair computers, home decor, home repairs. You hire a lawyer, or consult or advise with a lawyer or an attorney. You may consult with somebody who will be teaching you more about networking, about social media platforms. You could be consulting with a doctor in terms of maybe any health issues that you are looking forward to improve. You could be getting spiritual healing, energy, work, feng shui. You are going to consult somebody, and it does feel like whoever this person is that is going to show up for you, it's really going to give you some really deep, valuable insight into that situation that you have concerns or questions, or for that particular issue that you are hiring them to work on. Please be careful, because sometimes you tend to have a very sharp tongue. Now, you are all about friendships, and people can be very important to you. But you feel a little bit challenged about how some words of yours or things that you write, like text messages, newsletters, emails, how they will be received and perceived by other people. So please choose your words carefully. And I do keep getting that throughout this time, many of you will find yourself in a position of power. So this could be about legally, maybe getting more rights or getting your rights back, or legally being in a position of power. This could be that for your line of work, you're going to have more duties, maybe a promotion, and that's how you're going to feel in a position of power. This could be about you freeing and liberating yourself mentally, emotionally, for anything that is making you stuck and stagnating. Therefore, gaining back your inner power, following your intuition. And I keep getting for some of you practice, practice, practice. So that comes up as an advice. So in anything that you are trying to do, anything that you are trying to master, again, the message is practice, practice, practice. I hope that that made sense to you, but also studying and learning also showed up for some of you. So for some of you, maybe it's going to be like practicing for a test or for something that you are learning or that you would like to learn. Now, in February 31st, we're going to have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. There's another eclipse in February. Maybe that's why this time frame is going to be powerful, but remember, we're going to have other eclipses in August as well. So it's very important that you listen to yourself, you listen to your inner voice, you consult with people who have knowledge or they have an expertise or experience in that particular area that you have concerns on. And it's about how you connect with other people, how much time you dedicate to connecting with other people, but also allow for some peace and quiet, maybe meditation. The next card that you have is the Five of Wands. So it represents June, July, and August. The meaning of the card Five of Wands, to me, it means a sham fight again. So that's the meaning of the card. Struggle with people who have less experience than you. Winning one by one, maybe like one thing after another, or get done one thing after another. Thus, creating the possibility, creating a chance for yourself for the bigger opportunity to come in. So, working on little things, and then the bigger opportunities will come in, or the bigger success will come in. To me personally, this card also represents exercising, practicing, training, working or trying to improve communication, anything that has to deal with communication and technology. This could be about you testing out and trying out different things and figure out what works for you, and that could be anything. This could also be in terms of relationships. To me, sometimes this also shows up as research, trying to find out information, trying to find out solution, kind of like researching or searching about something. It's also about experiencing new things or having experiences, especially new experiences. And sometimes to me it means networking. It means exercising in a group or in a team, like teamwork, or belonging to a team, or group exercise, exercising with other people. Now, allow me to tune in and let me figure out as to why this is showing up and what does it mean for you. I keep getting that throughout this time frame, especially toward A, many of you are going to feel this huge shift. You feel like your vibrations are changing. For some of you, you feel that your vibration is much higher, and maybe you are still trying to release some of these lower vibration emotions or thoughts. I keep hitting that maybe even people around you, maybe they don't stress you as much, maybe they don't irritate you as much, or if you had concerns about somebody else, maybe their situation improves. Because I don't feel that maybe you yourself are not going to allow for other people to influence you too much in a negative way. For some of you, I do feel that during this time you could be going for a spiritual retreat. You could be going to travel, maybe travel internationally, learning about other cultures, going to different cultural festivals, visiting museums, kind of being drawn to getting to know people that maybe live overseas, cultures of other countries, different religions, different lifestyles. And for some of you, maybe you could even start to get to know someone that has a very different background from you, could be a foreigner. I don't necessarily see this as a love relationship, but I do something important happening between you and someone who has a very, very different background from you. This could be a different ethnicity, a different race, a different religion, different faith, a different country. And I also keep getting that whatever you are trying to create or do by the end of the day, or maybe in team, it does feel like now something is coming to fruition. If you had any ideas about you starting something, now you are going to start to do them, or now these ideas are going to start to take life, to take place. Now, in July is going to be time for many of you to plant new seeds. And I keep getting that for some of you, whatever you are going to start and begin in July will have the tendency to be very long lasting. You could be working on these things for the next 3 years. You may start to reap the rewards of it for the next 3 years, or you're going to have some sort of your life is kind of becoming steadier in the next 3 years because of the things that you are going to do and create through July and August. I also keep getting that for some of you, you could be invited to do an important presentation, give a lecture. It could be about simply even making a toast in an important event or a gathering, but you will be in the public eye in some ways. For some of you, I also keep getting that you could be working toward this time, towards finishing a book that you started. For other ones, you could be finishing a course of study, you'll be finishing up a project. I do keep getting for some of you maybe some situations and some difficulties with people who live in a very close vicinity to you. This could be your neighbors, this could be people at your work that you have to work very closely with. It's not about the communication actually per se, it's about maybe the arrangement or the living situation, or maybe it's about the tools and the things that you need in your office or you need at your work or in your home to kind of make your life easier, simpler, or more practical. I also keep getting that throughout this time, many of you will notice that your daily life and daily routine be shifting and changing. For some of you during this time, you could be training to start a new job position. So this could be you looking and searching, researching for a job, and maybe landing a job. And for some of you, this could be your dream job. For some of you, there's training involved about this new position. For other ones, this could be you. Maybe in the past you used to exercise and maybe you stopped and now you could be going back to that. And it doesn't matter what form of exercise this is. For some reason, I keep getting music in the background, and you Gemini exercising with music. Could have been Zumba, could have been like an aerobics class, or could have been simply learning how to dance. But I do keep getting exercise, but for some reason it's rhythmic. So it's So exercise and music are kind of combined and joined together. If you are someone involved in maybe YouTube vlogging or blogging, I do feel that you're going to find your followers or your fan base or your subscribers increasing. And it does feel that this increase or this noticeable increase, okay? Because if you are on social media, your subscribers increasing every day, maybe by a little. But I keep getting three particular moments, three particular times when you are going to notice this huge shift in the number of your subscribers or in the number of your followers. Some of you could be involved with promoting. Maybe the company that you work for, they could be running a lot of ads. For some of you, I also keep getting dealing with real estate, especially commerce real estate, or some success if you work into anything that deals with real estate and advertising about real estate. There's going to be talks about a trip, maybe throughout oil. I don't know if this trip is actually going to happen. This is mostly about somebody coming to visit you. They could be coming from overseas to come to visit you. I don't know if that is going to happen because for some of you, maybe there's going to be some either timing issues or some issues with visas and other things that maybe needed to sort out from travel immigration kind of a point of view. But that's not for all of you. This is only for some of you. If you have any talent or if you have any desires to work on a particular skill, to develop further a particular skill or talent, I do feel that this time frame between Junos is particularly very blessed for you. You may discover or you feel more empowered, okay, to kind of follow maybe you have talent about something. So you're not just going to leave it as I have a talent for this and that's it. You're actually going to start working on creating something. For some of you, you start to create a book because you have a talent for writing. You start to sing or join singing choir because you have a talent for singing. You could be joining a dance group. You could be if you are a researcher, for example, and that's your talent or your ability, you could be joining forces with other people in the same field. You try to create your own business. You try to create your own line of clothing or your line of products. And I also keep getting rewards coming to you based on some work that you did in the past. So maybe you wrote a book in the past and now you're getting the money from the sales. Maybe you presented some ideas in your workplace, maybe they originally weren't approved or people had some doubts, but now you're starting to reap the rewards and the praise and everything else that comes by you presenting these ideas. Now you're going to get some recognition for it. For some of you, I keep getting also trying to get pregnant during this time. So that also is showing up. You also be invited to do an audition during this time because to me sometimes this card also comes as that an audition, and definitely I keep getting some improvements not only to your health but some improvement to your body. Your body is noticeably going to change in a positive way. I don't know what you are going to be doing during this time. You could be doing, changes to your facial expression, your hair, your clothes, but your body seems to be very highlighted, like your body getting healthier. Maybe you're working toward losing weight for other ones. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, let me see. The next card that you have is the Temperance card. And this Temperance card is showing up quite a lot for different signs for the year 18. So for you, it shows up in the position represent September, October, November, and November. The meaning of the Temperance, to me personally, it means angel protection. You need to be patient because divine forces are working either through you or with you, beside you, to make your wishes come true. It means divine forces are helping you to manifest. Your prayers are answered. It also means that they are also helping you to find that peace and balance within you, in your own self, and also to find peace and balance with situations around you in your life. To me, it also means that something from the past that you thought that you had completed may arise again to test you. These situations from the past could be about a past lover, friendships of the past, or an old problem, an old friendship issue, a business problem, old habits, old desires, and maybe some health issues. And again, remember that you do have this angel protection. So whatever from the past comes back to you, you are going to be able to deal with it. Now, allow me to tune in psychically and let me figure out what does this mean for you. First of all, they are talking about the energy of creation. For some of you, you are preparing to kind of give life to something new. You could be preparing to give life to a new idea, a new business, a new relationship for some of you. This could be you preparing to give life to a child. That could also be possible. However, I also keep getting that a relationship could be forming out of nowhere, very by surprise, in teen. And I also keep getting that either suddenly getting married, maybe you didn't think that you were going to get married, but I keep getting of you being involved into some preparations that have to deal with upcoming nuptials, a wedding. If this is not you getting married, this could be about you hearing news of somebody getting married. Maybe it could be someone in your family or in your close group of friends getting married, because wedding preparations are being shown to me. If in the past you were someone that created relationships, long relationships with people that in some ways maybe they didn't give you this peace, um, that kind of created more turmoils in your life, I do feel that indeed you're actually going to be able to turn the page over, because you are going to start to attract people who are more peaceful, people who are easy to get along with, people with whom you're really going to have that real strong mind to mind, heart to heart connection, and definitely some very strong, powerful sexual attraction and chemistry. So I keep getting you're going to start dating people that are more suitable for you. If you are someone that maybe you are in a relationship already, or maybe you are married, but maybe in 2017, maybe you had some problems in your marriage, maybe you had some ups and downs in your marriage, or maybe you had this disruption in the energy flow. Because for some of you, I keep getting maybe not necessarily having sex like you used to, the frequency of sex. I keep getting that something there will be restored. So for some of you, you are going to be able to restore and to renew and to make stronger the marriage, and also the sexual attraction and romance that you have with your partner. I keep getting that during this time, maybe your partner is traveling. They could be traveling for family reasons. They could be traveling for work. But for some of you, I keep getting maybe some sort of a distance. Either you have to travel, or maybe your partner has to travel. I keep getting like for a couple of days or for a couple of weeks not being together due to that reason. A child could particularly stress you during this time. Maybe you are worried about how they are performing in school. Maybe you get worried about maybe they have a breakup with their partner, and maybe you are worried about them. You could be overly worried. You could be worried about things that maybe you don't need to worry when it comes to your children. But I keep getting that all is going to be okay if you. It does feel that in situations where people are need you in some ways, need you to show up for them either emotionally or in other ways, it's important that you become this person who's going to hold this place of peace and balance for them. So you could be freaking out inside of you. That doesn't mean that you have to show it. Um, you're going to inspire a lot of people in team. You're going to be making some huge improvements to your life. You're going to be making some huge improvements to your body. And simply by the things that are happening in your life and by the changes that you are trying to accomplish to make happen, that's how you're going to end up inspiring lots of other people. For some of you, I keep getting that at least maybe could be expiring, and there's going to be like, do you want to renew your lease or do you want to move out? So there's going to be something around a lease about to expire during this time. Your career, it feels like whatever you are, if you were somebody trying to make something happen for you or trying to move forward with your career, it does feel that chances are to remember for your career to either shift in your direction for things happening easily in your career, or your career will definitely blossom in more and more. For some of you, you are either going to make a comeback to feeling more spiritual, a comeback to feeling happy. Because the way this is coming to me, I feel like I'm shaking off all the stuff that was kind of sticky and I don't need. It's like, whoo, shake it off. And it feels like by this time, whatever you needed to shake off, you probably did that, and you are getting ready to reap the rewards. For some of you, they are talking about financial abundance, money showing up for you, not having some difficulties with money or a financial aspect to a situation. Great improvements in your social life as well. I keep getting that you are going to belong to new groups, new groups, new communities, new organizations, and there's going to be something about you receiving some either good information, useful information, or good news in terms of your status. This could be your legal status. This could be the status of your relationship. This could be you changing your name. This could be about those of you who are getting married. That's how your status is going to change, taking on a new last name. You could be changing the name or the direction of your business. You could be changing the title that you hold at your work. You could be adding more titles to the titles that you already have. So I keep getting some important status changes. For some of you, this could be an immigration status. But generally, I keep getting that by the end of the year, emotionally, you are going to feel a lot more uplifted. You're going to find yourself in much emotionally much more balanced and happier. And the other card, the extra card that wanted to show up for you in this reading from the John Holland Tarot deck, this is Trapped in Fear. So I did ask through this card for guys to show me general information for you. What do you need to know that is going to be useful for you throughout the year? The meaning of the card is that for many of you, your own fear, your own concerns has making you feel immobilized. So that sense when you feel stuck or stagnating or not moving forward could be a result of you maybe not necessarily being aware that you may have some issues, emotional or mental issues. So it's you keeping and holding yourself prisoner. So your own fear is preventing you from making choices. Your own fear is preventing you from making choices, decisions, and is preventing you to continue with other greater things. And sometimes you create this false idea about what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel secure, and you could be getting too comfortable in your situation, to the point that maybe you are afraid to get out of your circumstance, getting out or trying to do new things, taking a chance, taking a risk. So therefore, you're going to have sometimes, or maybe in the past, you had this misguided sense of security. Now, change is coming. If you don't plan for change, I do feel the change is coming, but I don't necessarily see this as a bad change. However, maybe emotionally is going to take a lot on you emotionally to kind of go with the flow and to see and to realize the benefits of all of these changes. So it also means that for some of you, you could be particularly be very irritated, frustrated, fear. In some ways, your body will be affected by what's going on with you emotionally and mentally. You could worry yourself sick for some of you. So it's very important that you get some help, you seek counsel. You don't have to do this alone, and you have to understand that not only are not alone, not only you are loved, but you have to understand that you as a person, Gemini, you do possess all the tools that you need to overcome any difficulty. You possess the skills. Your soul has the power to overcome anything that is coming your way. Because if you did not possess that power to overcome it, the universe would not present these situations to you. And throughout 19, you have to remember that you are worthy and your time is coming. The next 3 years of your life, you'll be having the time of your life. The next 3 years of your life, you could be doing things, you could be initiating things that are really going to change and improve your life for the better, and you are going to have plenty of chances and opportunities to be true and authentic to yourself, to do the things that you really like and enjoy doing, to say the things that you really enjoy doing without you having to feel like, oh, what if I say something that I could hurt somebody else's feelings? You're going to have plenty of chances to create in your life whatever it means, being authentic to you, even if it means creating these authentic relationships. So it is about you releasing these limitations from your mind. It is about you don't necessarily have to wait for things to happen. Sometimes you have to initiate things. And so if there is a job that you're looking for, go after that job. If it is, improving your health that you are looking for, try to make that happen. Work with your doctors, work with spiritual healers if you like to work on that, work with a trainer. So anything is possible. You do have what you need, you possess what you need to have to improve your life in any circumstances around you. And remember, some relationships are going to be very important. Relationships could be with a love partner, with a business partner, relationships with your family, relationships with the community that you belong to, your relationship with your faith, spirituality, and religion. And in each and every of these relationships, you're going to learn a lesson, and you may be uncomfortable sometimes. It is you learning and growing through relationships and changing your mindset. So that's what I had for year 18 for you. And now I'm going to take a look at 18. So I didn't open the cards just yet. I'm also seeing the cards at the same time as you. So the first card is Harmony, and the second card is Choose Wisely. And interesting is that one is 6 and one is 7, so two consecutive numbers. So, harmony. This card, the meaning of the card is a deep spiritual initiation. This could be a partnership or a union that is either taking place in January, or there is the promise of this union taking place not that far away in the future, so shortly. They are not specifying when. For some of you, they're talking about the end of March for some new developments in a relationship, not necessarily in January. They also said that what they're talking about, this relationship, not necessarily be a love affair. This could be about your relationship with an organization, an institution, with a business partner, with a pet, or even your association and your relationship with a situation. So something here will start to be more harmonious, will start to get easier. So toward the end part of the routine, many of you had to deal with some frustration or being misinformed, um, bullying, secrets, lies, or even technological and communication issues. So now in January, these areas are going to start to be improved, but also you are going to be feeling like you are reconnecting better with the people that truly matter to you, and you are reconnecting better with the feelings, the situations that you feel that they make you feel better. I keep getting that some of you guys could try, or maybe you are going to launch, or maybe like a newsletter. You could be launching new videos, or maybe a whole new series, maybe something new. If you already do YouTube videos, this could be about you maybe writing a book, but maybe it's going to be a different kind of book that you normally write. You could be very much feel this very chemistry and attraction towards someone that maybe normally you would not like that person in different circumstances, but for some reason you're going to find out a whole new side to them. Maybe you didn't like them at first, or maybe surprisingly, you're going to find out that you do like this person. So again, this not necessarily be in a love-related sense. This could be in terms of friendships or other kinds of partnerships. So I do feel that you are going to question in your mind how you feel about different people in your life. How do you connect with them? You're going to be feeling like, do I need to improve this relationship? Do I not need to improve this relationship, not mess with it? You're going to feel like you're going to examine in your mind the relationship with various different people in your life. For some of you, I do feel like you decide to delete some people from your Facebook. You totally decide to take some time off from Facebook or from social media. For some of you, you're going to feel that you need some time for peace and quiet. Somebody asking you so you can help them in some way. You help them to babysit for them. You help them to study. You help them by driving them somewhere. Somebody's going to help you for is going to help you so you can help them in practical ways. So maybe in a financial situation you are going to benefit financially either from a spouse, from a love partner, or for a business partner. I also keep getting that for some of you Geminis. And the next card that you have is choose wisely. So the meaning of the card is this card always comes up when you have a goal, you have a vision, you have a plan, you have decisions to make. The opportunities are there, but somehow you are undecided or you don't know what choice, what decision to make. And sometimes, not always, you also have some unrealistic expectations. And it also means that if you have to make decisions, if you have to decide on anything, it's very important that you do not allow for other people to influence you or to make you feel like they're pushing you in some ways. They're pressuring you. It's very important that you take your time, be quiet, go within, reflect, analyze, and any decision, any choice, it needs to come from a place when you are deeply relaxed and balanced, not from an emotional place. So please be very careful with your emotions. You could be very reactive in, so before you react to something, make sure that you understand the situation or try to stay back, avoid any confrontation. Emotionally, for some of you, you also be feeling like something is weighing you down. You may have concerns about money. I don't necessarily see anything bad happening, but maybe you cannot help it but feeling a little bit like that, like having some concerns about money. You could be making plans to travel. I don't know exactly when you are going to travel, but I do see some of you going back and forth on the phone with someone about meeting somewhere or about making travel arrangements. Some of you be having some problems with a foreign language. Maybe you need some translation or some of it need to translate for you, but something with a foreign language is also being shown to me, and picking up with certain courses where you left off, or picking up with a situation where you left off. This could be picking up with a job project, picking up with courses where you left off, picking up with your training where you left off. And I keep getting some of you trying to analyze or sort out some situations about payments, taxes, bills. It feels like some of you be preparing to do certain things ahead of time or trying to prepare ahead of time in a financial sense about something. It could be taxes. So this is what I keep getting for you. I hope that made sense to you. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones and your family. I wish you the very best. Don't forget, if you'd like to know more, click in the link right down here below in the show more description box and email me for a private reading. amaletworker@gmail.com. Visit my website, amaletworker.com, and I will see you live in February. Remember to tune in February, so we're going to chat live. Happy New Year again. I wish you the very best. I'll see you soon. Bye.